What's up, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today this story is absolutely crazy. It's not a long one, but I think you guys will really find it interesting. Megan Hess, 46 years old, and Shirley Koch, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She was 69 years old at the time, from Colorado, had dissected around 560 cadavers between 2010 and 2018. However, the two women selling the illegally acquired body parts to training companies who were unaware that the body parts were fraudulently acquired. So these companies had no idea that these weren't cadavers that were like given the okay to be worked on. Can you imagine finding out that like you just had someone's body part and like you weren't supposed to be, working on it or like experimenting with? In some cases, entire bodies were sold, according to prosecutors. In the US, it is legal to donate organs, but it's illegal to sell them. Henceforth, why we have the black market where you can buy kidneys. Megan ran the Sunset Mesa Funeral Home in Montrose, and she would charge families up to $1,000 for cremations that never actually happened, and she would offer the service free of charge in exchange for body part donations in some cases. So you could have your family member like cremated for free, save $1,000. All you have to do is like, oh yeah, I'm donating their organs. Like honestly, that's a really good, I hate to say it, but that's a good deal, and I'd probably do that too. I'd say, yeah, I donate my mom's organs. That's, fine. I'm sure she would have wanted that anyways, but like, that wasn't actually what was happening. Without getting consent from the families and using forged donor forms, Megan then sold the body parts, including arms, legs, and heads, through donor services, which was her side business on the same premises of the funeral home. The families of some of the deceased that Megan had cremated found out that they received back ashes mixed with remains of other people. Now, they scammed roughly 200 families this way, which is like so disrespectful. Megan's home was raided by the FBI in 2018, and on January 3rd, 2023, Megan was sentenced to 20 years in prison when she pled guilty to one count of mail fraud and aiding and abetting. Shirley was sentenced to 15 years in prison for the same thing. She pled guilty on one count of mail fraud and aiding and abetting. That's kind of the story. There's not a lot to it, but in court they did have some family members speak about just kind of the trauma that they went through, which honestly, if I found out that they sold my mom's arm to like a testing company, I'd be like, didn't give you the authority to do that. I didn't want my mom to be dismembered. This is such a wild story, and I guess that, like, the sale of body parts or not body parts, I shouldn't say, but just, like, you can sell, like, tumors, parts of skin, like, to be researched and studied, in hopes that they find, cures for more diseases and stuff like that, like, but, like, that's what's kind of unregulated. So, I don't know. This whole story I thought was, this is really wild, but could you imagine selling a whole body? Plus, like, what did that company think when they just got a whole body? Were they like, oh yeah, this is what they wanted. They wanted their body donated to science, although I'm sure that probably is what they thought, actually, especially if they got forged documents. I don't know. I thought this was wild. Comment down below what you guys think about this, but if I was part of this family, I would be pissed. So, or if I was part of like a family that they did this to, yeah, I would be suing for sure, like for sure. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but this is my story for today, and I will be back tomorrow with another true crime Courier story. Bye guys.